My presentation is regarding one of my public health initiative program that's funded by Department of Ayush, Government of India. That is immunity management only. Scope of community level intervention in immunity management through Ayurveda. And it's a era of our corona. Everybody is running behind the virus. Everybody is forgetting the epidemiological triad. It is not the virus which determines the possession of the disease. Actually, it is our immunity and our healthcare system and our health status, which is actually determining the gravity of this infection. The National Health Policy 2017 has already told that patient who choose and when appropriate would have access to Ayush care providers. This is very important. If the people are in need of Ayush system, there should be some provision. But it was actually preliminary, in the preliminary time, it was totally denied during the COVID crisis. But later on, it happened. So in the public health is invariably connected to the decision of the policy makers of that country. Even though the national health policy is assuring this accessibility for the Ayush healthcare, but during the pandemic, it was denied. Even right now, the moderate and severe cases of COVID-19 cannot be treated by Ayush system as per the rules. So promotion of healthy living and prevention strategies from Ayush systems at the workplace, in the schools, and in the community. This is the assurance given by Government of India through their health policy. And this is the expectation of Government of India through their health policy from Ayush. But really, those are not happening nowadays. And these are the different statistics which indicates how much we are running behind the virus. And simply by telling one statistics, I will go into the details of my program. See, the COVID-19 is always, majority of the COVID-19 cases are causing death by pneumonia. Usually, in a given year, around 3 million cases of pneumonia death are happening in a year. But in 2020, COVID death was in between 1.5 to 2 million. So you just think about it. Indian scenario in PHI scheme of Ayush, approximately 7.2 lakh Ayush practitioners are located in urban, semi-urban and rural areas. Still, the government is unable to handle them or couldn't utilize them for the public health purpose. That is the real background behind this scheme of Ayush PHI. And our program is community outreach program. Actually, these are not inside the campus. And we are giving the outreach program for the immunity management. I will not say immunity boosting. I will not say immunity improvement, because all those are wrong terminology, scientifically speaking. And immunity management is the right terminology to speak about this, because these are the 4 stages of the immunity. Immune deficiency, recurrent infections may come. Hyperimmune status, those are nothing but allergy. Those has to be managed. Autoimmune status, these are really midya yogam of immunity. And inflammation, it's a type of hyperactivation of immunity. So immune boosting is many a time a wrong terminology, even though we are intending improvement of the immunity by Ayush system, but we are not supposed to use immune boosting. That is not a good terminology, it seems. So don't think that immunity is inside a drop, whether it may be polio or it may be anything other than that. Because with a single drop, nobody can induce general immunity. They can induce some specific immunity against some polio or any other disease. Generally, once immunity, there are thousands of bacteria, there are thousands and thousands of different types of disease causing virus. So how many drops you will take? That is the basic question. The thing is that if you have the general immunity status in a good way, you can prevent everything. So the factors affecting immunity, the important variables are four, according to different studies and even by different works. And if you want to read about cell immunity and other variables, the best book is Biology of Belief by cell biologist. And there are four things, that is thought process, food and drinks, activities of daily living, and environment where he or she lives. These are the four areas we need to manage for the proper immunity, not only for the proper immunity, for the disease management, for the health management, for the psychological management. Everywhere, these four factors are involved, not only by our so-called modern science, which are mentioned in our literature, but in Ayurveda perspective also. Actually, Ahara Vihara and this thought process and the Kala Parinama, these are the different factors where basically the immunity is dependent upon. And we selected this immune problem. And we selected RURT, a recurrent upper respiratory tract infection, as a marker of immune issue. Because 3 to 8 infections in a time period of 1 year of time, that itself is more than sufficient to assess a child whether he is immunologically sufficient or not. These are the major cause of morbidity, mortality among pediatric population. And many a times, the antibiotics are the drug of choice for RURTA, that itself is causing, again, the immune deficiency. One course of amoxicillin can reduce 12 to 20% of the total immunity of a child. So, 5 or 6 courses of antibiotic in a year, that itself is more than sufficient for getting the next infection for a child. And our objective were to completely cure the RURTA among the selected children from selected Grama Panchayat of Malappuram district. We selected one total block panchayat where our college is situated. And our secondary objectives were to achieve adequate immunity among selected children with the clinical practice, using the clinical parameters. This is the improvement in awareness created on Ayurveda guidelines, very important. Among the children, among the parents, among the teachers, among the Anganwadi workers, and among other health workers, we tried to propagate our Ayurveda principles, how to improve the immunity, not only among the children, but among the general community. The area we selected were here about 127 square kilometer. Among the 2 lakh total population, sex ratio was this much, and block constitutes 7 panchayat. We selected children from 7 Grama Panchayat. Out of this, 63 lower primary school, 214 Anganwadis, and 23 schools and 74 Anganwadis were selected as clusters through lottery method. Total 3650 children diagnosed with RURTA were under this program. What were the programs, you know? See, the children with clinically diagnosed RURTA, they were given with Ayurveda medicine by a team of medical officer, pharmacist, and a project manager. They are visiting each and every school, and they are conducting the medical camp, and they are giving the medicine, number 1. Number 2, parents of children, they will be given with certain workshops. Certain workshops, they will be given with some lifestyle guidelines workshop. How to cook, how to prepare the Murda Taila, how to put the Rasta Churna, and what are the rules and regulations regarding the food habits. And such lifestyle guidelines workshops we are giving. Workshops are small units. One unit will be consisting of 25 to 30 parental figures, in which morning to evening there are 8 hours of working types of different workshops we are giving, which includes even the Swarna Prasad making are included under this workshop. Then the third program under this PHI was teachers and Anganwadi workers of selected institutions receiving lifestyle guidelines seminars on immunity management. These are simply, before giving this seminar, we will assess the knowledge status of Anganwadi workers and teachers regarding the Ayurvedic methodology of lifestyle as well as the healthy living. And after the seminar, we will again assess the parent, means teachers and Anganwadi workers, how much their knowledge has been increased. And this is the style of, or we are conducting all this procedure under implementation research program. Even though it is a health program, we are recording everything under the implementation health research program. Then parents of children in selected institution, they will be given with immunity management lifestyle guidelines. These are the 4 programs under this PHI. A total of 9,400 beneficiaries are under this program, out of which 3650 children will be given with medicines. Why we have formulated this type of program? Why? Because the recent conceptual framework for a public health initiative program by World Health Organization is known as supersetting approach of health promotion. What is supersetting approach of health promotion? If one community or if one individual is connected to different situations of a life, different settings of a life, where the child and their caretakers are likely to interact, those settings has to be managed thoroughly by means of your health interaction. Then only the ultimate benefit will be given to this child. If you are giving only the polio drops, or if you are giving only one bottle of kashaya to the child, that will not give, or that will not manage the thought process, that will not manage the environment, that will not manage the food and drinks, that will give only some medicines, that will constitute maximum 20 to 30% of total health, that will not give you the 100% of the health. So that is the reason why, because the World Health Organization has conceptually made a framework which is called as supersetting approach, of which the Ottawa Charter. The Ottawa Charter is the main principle behind this PHI, that is building healthy public policy and creating supportive environments by incorporating different people from different administrative levels like ISM, then school health programs, SSA program, and the ICDS program, then reorienting health services. In addition to the existing health services, we are reorienting by introducing certain Ayurveda principle, then developing personal skills by means of several health programs like for children, we are giving certain art forms and strengthening community action. This is the Ottawa Charter. By means of that, we are implementing this supersetting approach in this public health initiative program. And the children will be given with medical camp, seminars, art forms that will be consisting of several lifestyle guidelines of Ayurveda, which we have selected by a survey study. And the art forms are really, we are giving the puppetry and cartoon and dance programs, Arogya Ganam, which has to be chanted in the assembly of school. The health club will be given with a lot of programs which are connected to Ayurveda. And parents will be given with the workshop and seminar. Teachers will be given with the workshop and seminars. Officials of each department will be given the sensitization program by the Ayush team. And these are the citizen chartership, or how the program is getting implemented in our community by different execution methods, and how it will be converted to finally the reporting and publication. And these are the project officials and different methodology by which we are implementing the program, of which identifying the themes of intervention for lifestyle identification are these 10 programs like food and its sources, dietary rules, Ahara Niyamas, daily regimens promoting positive health, that is Dinacharyas, lifestyle changes according to the changes nature and season, that is Ruducharya, mental health and thought process, spiritual and moral hygiene, systematic personalized exercises and yoga, directions regarding natural urges, that is Megadharana, maintaining healthy sense organs, Indriya Arogya Raksha, and maintaining healthy sense organs and protection of nature and environment. All these are different components where we made the emphasis on the community awareness programs, and these are the team behind our PHI program. And this is the actually icon and our icon of the PHI program. And this elephant is later on termed as Bedju. By seeing this emblem itself, all the children will come to our campsite, because unfortunately, due to the COVID scenario, we could only conduct 2 months of the camp. Later on, we supplied the medicines through the health workers to their respective homes. This is the vehicle what we are using for the health promotion programs in the school. And these are the different steps, implementation strategy of intervention through medical camps, like we sensitize the people, then case identification. Then after that, we are screening the people, then confirmation of the case and medication through our clinical assessment by a team of doctors, and then advisors, medicine distribution, follow-up and outcome assessment by clinical performer. And the sensitization process are going on, and the medical camp, these are the different photos. And lifestyle guidelines through awareness programs, through the different art forms like drama, skits, puppet show, animation videos, and dance programs. And these are the different puppetry by showing our ahara niyamas and the dinacharyas to the children. And these are the different cartoon characters who are telling and preaching about the Ayurveda rules regarding Vegadharana and other hygienic practices. And workshop will be given in the form of several practical sections by small groups. And the workshop will be concentrated on majority of the topic will be these lifestyle guidelines only. And the Vegadharanam diet rules, importance of biological rhythm in terms of Dinacharya and Murdadila. These are given special awareness in the public health program. And the monitoring will be given. Monitoring was done by a high-level committee, which include our head of the institution as well as our governance will be by Ayush healthcare system officials and local governance elected members and ICDS program members. And these are the case synopsis. Right now we have finished. And these are the number of schools under study. That is 11 so far. And total students screened so far 289 cases diagnosed with RURT 175. And these are the different recurrence rate after the intervention. Only 3 to 4 cases were turned to COVID RT-PCR positive after screening this much students in our program. And these are going to be published yet very soon. And these are the fall of upper respiratory tract infection rate from its beginning to fourth follow-up stage. And certain this discontinuation were happened, no doubt. Most of the discontinuation were happened after they are converted to asymptomatic. And let me conclude. The thing is that unless and until whatever may be the principles of any of the glorified science, whether it may be Ayurveda or homeopathy or anypathy, it should reach to the public after all, through the public health initiative programs or any public health programs. That is the main key behind the benchmark principle given by all other health professionals. So, as our Dr. Rajagopal sir said, find out our thrust areas for the public health interventions, and let us move ahead with a lot of public health programs, because unless and until we don't have that sort of shake hands with the public, with our system of medicine, nothing is going to happen in our public scenario with respect to our system. So current international biomedical focus for the disease control and policies fails to include the resources of a population's capacity. That is also very important, because every people has their own capacity to maintain their health. Nobody is looking into that. Everybody is looking into primary health, secondary health, tertiary health, but nobody is looking into a citizen's health, a citizen's capacity to maintain health. That is otherwise called as fourth tier. The fourth tier health has to be propagated, and Ayurveda concept of public health includes the relationship and balance between the individual, their families, communities, and the environment in creating their own health. By this, I am winding up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you one and all for this opportunity.